so I look about as tired as I feel. Very last minute decision to come, but I've got a media dog workshop with Pod. I don't know if I'm going to be able to film anything or how much I'm going to be able to film, but I'm going to have a go. And regardless, I'll kind of give you a bit of a summary. Maybe I'll work through what we work on today with one of the others for another video. So stay tuned. So, usual driving shot. I didn't get any footage, not because I wasn't allowed, just because I was busy. It was a very, very good session. Pod did really, really well. The last 20 minutes of the class, he was a bit full of treats and was getting a bit like, my brain is full, my brain has reached capacity. And he wanted to go and play with the other dogs. So I swapped him out for Pumpkin. But to start with, we did a little bit of focus work, which is fine. Then we did stays and duration, stays in a sit, stand and a down, which Pod's pretty good at all three. His best is either the sit or the stand. Stay is down stay, still needs work, but that's because I haven't worked on him much. Then we did foot targets. So we did front feet first, which, as you guys know, my dog's pretty good at because I do quite a lot of that. Then we did hind feet targets, which I've only recently started to do. And we did it in a slightly different way to what I've done them before, but it was a good way of doing it. And I'm definitely going to incorporate that into my training. And then it was like how to progress with it. So to progress to a progress to a back, as in back up till you reach your target. That was good. And then the other progression is to put that same rear foot target on leaning up against the wall, so then you teach your dog to fake cock its leg, not to actually just to cock its leg on command. So that was really good. And we did chin targets, which again is not something I've ever done, and it's all of these tricks were like, do this, this and this, then you progress to doing it like this, then you progress to doing it like that, then your sort of final progression or your final thing is like they can chin rest on a table, on your leg, on the floor. So you got the sad dog look. So that was really cool. And then we did spins and twists, which again, as you guys know, is something my dogs can do. So it was at this stage the Pod just went like, I've had enough. So I kind of, when I got back in after swapping him for Pumpkin, I kind of missed the last part of that, but the idea was that you got the sad dog look with the chin down, and then you got your happy dog look with them twisting and moving and like wee. So that was fine because like my dogs can do it. We did like some sit stand downs with just luring with no words, and then with just words no luring, so we were just swapping back and forth between those. And that's good because I've been wanting to learn how to reduce the lure for a while, and I've never really got to the stage where I know how, but this was a good way of doing it, and I hope it'll work. And then we did a bit of bow, which again, like it is something I teach my dogs, but it's not, teaching it today was like, okay, so you've got your basic bow, which is what mine have got, so now you've got to increase the duration of it, and increase the duration of it without the dog getting sort of a little bit fed up and sitting. So it was a good way of teaching that again, because like I never really thought about how to get the duration on the down. So it was a very, very good session, very productive. We also did focus work, where you're teaching your dog to look at a point, look at a mark that isn't you, eyes. And then we also did teaching the dog to like smack an object with their paw and touch that object with their paw, so then you can teach them to cross their legs when they lay down, which that's cool because I never taught that either. So there was like some things like I'd started, so then it was like, okay, how to make advance it, and then there were other things I hadn't started, so it was teaching them and then progressing. So it's a very, very good session, very productive, and I really, really enjoyed it. So I will show you some bits of what I've done, probably not in this video, but in other videos we will be going over that because I really enjoyed. So yeah, I shall see you out with the dogs. Boy, down. Good boy. Sit. Good boy. Down. Good boy. Sit. Good boy. Stand. Yes. Good boy. You dropped it. No, you thought you dropped it. So I'll show you a little bit of the luring, which obviously is very, very, very new to him. But it was just being able to do this, then into a stand, then into a sit, and then maybe into another stand. Once he's finished chewing. Yes. He's getting a little bit like they do, where their bum feels like it's glued to the floor. Whoops, I'm gonna go do it. Stand, yes. Down. Good boy. Down. Boy. Good stand. So I'm waiting for Carrie and Becca. And you know when like you try and say two words or two names at the same time? That's what I nearly did. But anyway, waiting for them to arrive with Skylar, and we're gonna go for a little walk. So I got these 5 with me: so Nana, Banana, Lannister, Arya, Raven and Pumpkin. Pod was like a little superstar today. Pumpkin didn't have much of a session, so that's kind of where my choices are. And because it's a weekend, even though the weather's like dodgy as, like it's either like this or it's hammering down. And I don't really like to take, usually I don't like to take 5 on a weekend. I normally reduce it by 1 to 2 dogs. But anyway, that's my plan. Because in theory there's still like 3 people to these dogs. So anyway, waiting for them to arrive and then we're going to go walk. Did you? Again? I'm going to have to try and get Skylar up close because Helen won't believe how much slimmer she is.
I can send you a photo.
I know, you'll have to because like she really won't believe me. She looks so good like her.
Go on, Ola.
Go and catch up with them. No, trotting is enough. Trotting is hard enough work. She honestly looks like a puppy again, doesn't she? Yeah, but then I gotta go through all like the house training and the don't chew things and yeah.